what does it look like to you? What is it? Um, I'm sorry, but just the
How has it changed me?
how has it changed you? What? Sorry, it's kind of hard to ask this, uh, but it's just like what's the feeling going through that, seeing it day to day? Like she spoke on, social media and stuff like that.
Well, nobody wants to wake up. I don't think nobody goes to sleep to wake up to see the stuff that we see on the internet. Like for me, like I grew up in one of the hardcorest projects that were ever built, and that was the Ivy Well um, low housing complex. And the thing about us, we were really family. When a village takes a village, we were like the true saying of that because we still had big mamas, you know, we still had neighbors looking out for each other. It was like, and when they convinced a lot of us, like, y'all should move in the city, it sounded good at the time, but when you look at it now, it's kind of like it messed up what we were trying to build because everybody is so separated. So it's like you got to be on this side and you got to be on this side. But all the parents grew up together under this structure act of it takes a village to raise a child. Um, it changed me a lot because for me, it's I know me being God fearing and He is the creator. Anything born has to leave one day. So how I deal with it, knowing His word and how it's brought up, um, you never know. It's a difference between dying and passing versus being murdered. Okay, because we could know someone is sick and expecting them to pass on, but your child leaving out the house, going to the store, and somebody sees somebody that they want to kill in front of the store, and because he or she was doing something that his mom told him to do, he lost his life because it's always the innocent ones. It's always the ones who didn't cause the conflict that's suffering from it. So it's like it changed me a lot. It made me more open because I'm used to people dying. And that's sad to say. It's like I prepare myself every day to expect to hear that I done lost one of my loved ones because over the last 15 years, that's mainly what I've been dealing with. So people say I'm strength. People say I'm strong. I don't know where it comes from. My faith has a lot to do with me waking up every morning to even wash my face. Okay, this is how hard it gets for me. So, and that is a goal for me. You know, it changed me a lot. I may lost 5 children, but my mom used to always say, "Y'all gonna bury me. I'm not burying none of y'all." And unfortunately, she passed the way she said she wanted to pass. All my brothers and sisters are still here. But my 5 remaining kids have lost 5 of their brothers and sisters. And as a brother and sister, I couldn't imagine going through losing that many of my siblings. So it changed me a lot. It changed me to want to change the world if I can use my story to make somebody just take a second and think and can look at me and say, this woman had been through all this and she still managed to smile. Yes, because my faith is oriented like that. It's like that. Okay, so yeah, so it changed me a lot. It it did.
Thank you.
Murder changed me because my mama was murdered. Somebody poisoned my mama. So when my mama passed, I'm an only child. Watching my grandma struggle every day. My mama was the only child of losing her only child. So me losing my mama at an early age, all I knew how to do was be a parent to mass. And I always, even about their life insurance policy, they crack jokes, I'm gonna kill you to get your money, my kids crack jokes like that and stuff, whatever. But when I lost my mama, I got my kids prepared to bury me. I never, not once, could imagine me have to bury one of my kids. Because in my generation, growing up, that's just wasn't common. To see my kids go through that hurt, I lost them. I lost my oldest son because he didn't know how to deal. Mm.
It's cool. Take your time. Take your time.
I just knew I was doing the right thing. I just knew we could be able to get through it as a family. I didn't have the resources to get out there and get them help for grief, to deal with the loss of a sibling. I never experienced that. I experienced what it felt like to lose a mama. I done had necessary tools to get out there and get counseling for my kids because I just knew we are a praying family. We can get through this. I just knew I had it all together. But my son, my oldest son, Devon, he say he had to be shackled up to see his baby brother the last time. He couldn't hug his brother. My son didn't even get a chance to say goodbye to his brother. So he retaliated the only way he know how. The streets. My kids were raised up in those streets. They came from a loving home with a single working mama, but I always made it happen for them no matter what. Let them know no matter what struggle we go through, we got each other. Y'all don't got to do it by yourself. I'm going to be right here with y'all, whether it's good, bad, whatever. I'm going to be our biggest supporter. Okay, mom, he come home from the little boot camp. Somebody got in his ear, oh yeah, we know who did this to your brother who walked around. He don't know if it's true or not. He just hear, something that do with his brother. He went up and shot a whole park up. Police had shot my son. There was an off-duty police officer in the park when it happened. Shot my son. I just knew I had lost another son. But behind that, they tried to sentence my son to 35 years for that. And because the people from boot camp knew what I was going through, they helped me get a lawyer. So instead of 35 years, my son ended up serving 7 years. But the crazy part is when I went to jail, and I never knew my kids even had this type of mentality, because like I say, we are praying family. We don't, not none of that. I go see him. I said, Devon, you promised me that you was going to let me and God get justice for your brother. I said, so now me and your sister just out here by ourselves. What we gonna do? My son told me, he said, I love you, mama. He said, but I can't let these niggas get away with thinking they took something from me. He said, and as far as you and my sister, he said, I ain't even thought that far yet. So this, my son's murder, has changed me in so many ways. Like, I shake a lot now. I have real anxiety attacks. I have panic attacks. I need to know the whereabouts of my other two kids every second, every minute. And the first thing they tell me, well, Mom, it's going to be okay. Ain't nothing going to happen to us. Let me tell you something. I had just got off the phone with Tuka at 6:04. He was at the bus stop coming home from school. He had just won his wrestling match at school. He said, Mom, I won. I'm on my way home. I said, well, come on. I'm at the sink, seeing the chicken. To this day, I do not fry chicken at home. I got to eat chicken out. I say, come on home. I'm finna cook you a hot meal. We walked around. He said, I'm on my way. That was at 6:04. I get a call 8 minutes later. My son is dead. So I tell my kids, y'all not finna tell me what's gonna happen to y'all when y'all leave out this door. If I could lose a son at 8 minutes. Murder has not only changed me, it changed my whole family. Because now we have to listen to this diss music that they keep putting my son in. My son wasn't no rapper. He wasn't this big person they tried to make him seem out to be.
Take your time. Take your time.
My son was 15 years old. He lived his life as a child. This music stuff, like, who mimics someone's death like that? In the industry that's upholding this mess. Like, where's y'all morals?